Hello again. This is Rubber Band, and I've noticed that I haven't been able to find like a good comprehensive video of a Kwikset knob rekey in a while, so I figured I'd do my take on it. So if you're new to my channel, I'm a locksmith by trade, and this is one of the things that I do on a daily basis. So I'm gonna do a rekey of this knob. This is new in box, it's unopened. So what we have here is our Kwikset pinning kit and our Kwikset 400T or Tylo knob set. So without further ado, let's get started. We'll move this to the side and we'll do a very crisp unboxing. So this is in US 3 finish, which is the bright brass. So gotta keep everything in frame here. So in here is the operating keys, latch, package, and strike plate. We're gonna set those to the side. We don't need those for now. Move the plastic. In here we have our knob, and this is the keys we're gonna change it to. So now they have changed these to where you can kind of, there's a channel back here. See how it's a crescent moon? You can shoot it to the end and then rotate it off. That way you don't have to do anything with the screws until you are ready to affix it to the door. I'm not a big fan of that design, but it has made things a lot simpler for me. But I just think that it's another shortcut thing. Make sure the keys work. I have had them not work out of the package sometimes. Put those keys down here. And then I like to put the new keys off to the left so I can do a dismantling. So in our rekey package or rekey kit here, we have our key decoder, a follower. I put the shim in here, and then this is the cylinder removal tool. This is the integral part here. We're gonna need this. So we need to make sure that the spindle is centered. If you see right down here, that little flag that's turning, right here, that needs to be centered to make sure the spindle will come out. So get this right here, and then this little tongue on the end here needs to go in here and depress this spring right here. Let's see if I can't get it. So it's this thing. We're gonna depress that thing. See how it's moving in? We're gonna depress that and pull the spindle out. So we'll wiggle the spindle. All right, it's out. So I take note of where the Bible is gonna be right here. So it's facing up this way. So it needs to be handed for the door. And I do that by scratching the inside right here. So that way I know where it is going to be oriented for the next time when I put it together. So we're gonna take the pickle fork part of this. We're gonna go right down here and then make sure this is centered. So it's at the 12 and 6 position in relation to this crescent moon. We're gonna just kind of rock it, pop the cylinder out. Okay, so now that we've got that done, we have a circlip on the back. This pickle fork will help us handle that too. So weasel under there. Once we get it halfway off, I like to put my finger right here on the top. I knock that over and then kind of lever it off. So once we have that, we're gonna set it to the side. And now we're going to take our operating keys, turn. So I always turn to the right. I keep cylinder in left hand, this to the right. So we're gonna take our follower and we're gonna make sure that the pins stay facing up. So bow of the key, Bible is facing this way. So now I'll take my follower. You see it's kind of got a conical shape. That's to follow this little thing. See how it nests over that? You don't need that. It's just, this is a Kwikset pinning kit and that's how they come. So neat. Okay, so it already has universal pins. Lab actually makes these pins these days. So looking in here, we've got my colored pins mixed with some factory pins from way back in the day. This is a very old pinning kit. So we're gonna go 4s. I'm gonna just dump everything because I'm gonna reuse these pins because they're new. 4s, we've got a 2 here, and then these are gonna be 6s. Okay, now we've got an empty plug, and we're gonna take our old keys and we're gonna move them to the bottom left here, and then we're gonna take these new keys, okay, and then we're gonna do that as a rekey. So I've gotten pretty good at reading Kwiksets and Schlags and the like by eye, but we're gonna do this from the perspective of somebody who doesn't do this all the time. So we're going to set our plug over here in our little nesting cavity. We're going to gauge our key. So we've got our numbers. It's going to be 5, 5, 5, 5, 6, 2, 4. Okay, so we're going to go 5, 5, 6, 2, 4. Great. Okay, we'll grab our cylinder. Okay, I'm going to put it back together the exact same way that I took it out. So the Bible's going to face me, and then make sure the pins are facing up. We're going to slide that in there. Good job. Good job, me. Okay, ooh, turns very smooth for a Kwikset. So once we're here, because we don't have a clip on the back, okay, I'm going to pinch the key out. That way things don't go a scramble. Grab our clip. And you can use the tool to push it. I'll just use my fingers. All right, there we go. So now we're gonna grab our knob, which I knocked down earlier in the video. Find our scratch mark, which is right there. Might not be able to see it because of the reflection, but it's right there. So we're gonna line it up with the Bible. We're gonna clip it in there, okay? Then set the knob on the table. We're going to use the tongue part of this. We're going to go right at the top of the spindle and push it in. Okay, we can test it for function at the same time. Looks like the locking pawl right here is working, which is what keeps this from turning. Okay, now we're going to try it with the key. Make sure that everything works on the back end. All right, it's doing its job, as well as a Kwikset can. I mean, we should give them credit for that. Okay, now we're going to line this up. Okay, you're gonna have to turn the thumb turn a little bit. Okay, make sure everything lines up. All right, this is how it would look on the door. So now that we've got some pressure on the spindle and the thumb turn, we can try it with the key, and we'll just look at the thumb turn. Oh, look at that. It's very good, very nice. Okay. Okay, that is how you rekey a Kwikset knob set. They're kind of tricky if you don't have this tool. These are fairly affordable. I'll probably start selling them on my website for like $3 or something. They're pretty affordable, and if you're planning on having any of these for challenge lock manufacturer or the like, these are good to have. There is other ones by major manufacturing that are far more elaborate in their construct, which I will show you now, that also do the same thing. This thing will also take these apart, but it doesn't have the same dexterity, I'll say, because you still have to get to this part. So you still kind of have to use like a pocket screwdriver or something, but we'll get this down in here, and then you're supposed to just plunge it out. Maybe I put it in wrong. It's a possibility. No, I didn't. So yeah, that's how it's supposed to go. So there we go. So it popped out. I'm not too familiar with it because I still tend to use this. I got this from my mentor. He got very arthritic in his old age, so he handed off a lot of the tools that he used to make his life easier to me, and I just haven't adapted to them for one reason or another. So just figured I'd show that off real quick, and we'll find my scratch mark, which is right here, and put it back in the same way we took it apart. Okay, spindle, poke. All right, everything's still working well. And it's usually at this point, you know, while I'm kind of just running the gambit here, that I'd grab the old plastic wrap and get it all put back together for the customer. This is just something that sits on my home shelf because I like to have one to work on. So this is it, a 400T entrance function knob set. This is grade 3 hardware. It's pretty miserable as far as the security that it actually allows, but we'll take our knob, do a twist, wrap it around here so it fits nicely, and then we would tuck it back together, all rekeyed for the customer, and they can go slap that on their door. So rotate, keys right on top, and that would have done it. So that is a Kwikset 400T rekey and tool demonstration for removing the cylinder. And as always, I've been Rubber Band, and thanks for watching.